Someone pays your significant other 20 million to have sex with them. They tell you immediately afterwards and split the money with you. How do you react? Why? Now ask the same question, but change the amount from 20 million to 1,000 if you want to see some actual interesting answers. Nobody is ever going to offer 20 million to duck someone, but plenty of people will pay 1,000. I think here you are going to get varied answers based on how badly a family needs money. My partner and I make more than double that in a week. 10,000 would a month for us. Would I feel bad that they were unfaithful for a month's wage? Probable. 100,000, that's nearly a year for us. That's both of our student debt wiped out. That's a down payment on a house. That's 4 years rent. We begin to be in an interesting territory. At that point I'd probably go, I'm deeply uncomfortable, but I know you did this for us and that's a year or more earlier we can each retire. Add another 0. 1 million. No brainer. Screw anyone you want for 1 male, just don't bring any diseases home. 10 million. Bringing a few diseases home is acceptable, but just the ones that don't really do much. 100 million. Infect me with Ebola for all I care. I'll take the chances. They can bring home a baby for 10 million, and I will be like, let's go find daycare. Wait. So now I have 10 million and a significant other. It's all coming up Millhouse. You get 20 million. Any money you split with your right hand is still yours after all. I'm not gay, but jerking somebody off for $20 million is absolutely doable. Damn. I'd let someone come in my ass for 20 million. You guys are getting paid. My ex did it for free, or chose not to split the money. Oof. I mean, we are supposed to talk about it before. But now what? Cool. Was waiting for this. Sure, the whole not consulting me first would be kinda whack. But it's hard to really get too bothered over a fresh 20 million or 10 million. Yeah. I would find a way to get over it in between calling my lawyer, accountant, and the real estate agent I just hired to put some of that 20 million into a new house. Sure. Getting over it doesn't necessarily mean you need to stay with the person either. No matter what, you still get that sweet cash. I ask them who the duck this person is, and if they could get that 20 million regularly, I'd let them duck me for another 20 million. I think they'd pay money not to duck you. Works for me. Once you start getting in the millions, there are not a lot of things I won't do. Had this conversation the other day with some friends. My rule was basically I'll do almost anything for a mother-in-law, as long as it's not seriously hurting someone. This conversation always ends up with who will suck a dick for the least amount of money. And there will always be that one person who would do it for free. You should stop playing that game with your mother. A, you told me. B, you give me half. When in my book. Would you stay with her though? I'd suck that $1 million cum right out of her pussy. $20 million cum. Technically 10 million. We've talked this over as a hypothetical. We agreed each of us will do it for any amount in the 6 figures and up. Good communication is the key to a successful relationship. In my experience, it's actually that good imagination is key to a hypothetical relationship. Yeah, but some people use that to make up shitty ultimatum fantasies as tests, and if you fail then they genuinely get upset. I get 10 million and a girlfriend. Sign me up. The insignificant wife will be more pissed than usual though. High five him and get an STD screening. Solid business move. But let's not spread too much joy this holiday season. And when the tests come back negative, we are ducking on a pile of money. Honestly, you should probably get tested again after ducking on circulated currency. Do you know how expensive it is to keep getting tested? I doubt the insurance would cover you after the first one. Bro, we just got 20 million. Good to know that they're not stupid. For that kind of money they can do whatever is necessary. They can do me next for all I care. And another 20 million. Edit, I've done a lot more for a lot less. Hang on to that person. They just had 20 million in their possession and you didn't know. They could have just disappeared with all of it. But instead they were honest with you and even gave you half in spite of your having done none of the work. That person is loyal. Do not throw it away. Plus this person has a 20 million ass pussy dick. Don't let them go. Damn straight. That amount of money would be so life changing for me and my children. College. A safe home. Never have to worry about how to pay the power bill. No more feeling like garbage because some birthdays and Christmases I can't afford presents. My wife and I have had this conversation already, and frankly, we'd want a divorce if the other didn't take advantage of this opportunity. 20 million is a shitload of money. I would understand exactly why they did it. I would respect that they told me immediately, and I would also be very moved by the fact that they were willing to split this much money with me. I can't say it wouldn't bother me at all to picture them with someone else, but in this case it wouldn't be difficult to get over it. I think it's one of those things that looks like an easy decision to make ahead of time, but still wouldn't pass over without any issues as most replies make it out to be. Like sure, I'd go for the money as well, but to think that this would not leave some kind of impact on the relationship is wishful at best. It might be easy to work through because of the money for some, but honestly even the one doing it might still feel guilty after the fact. It's really not possible to be 100% sure of the outcome in terms of feelings on either side. Thank you. This is my thought too. I don't know that either might so, or I would do it. We are by no means rich, but we are happy together. I wouldn't want to put that on the line for money. I grew up in a fairly wealthy household and my parents were miserable and definitely spread some of it to us. I'm 1000x happier now in a lower income situation than I ever was before. Taking the deal means risking everything good that I already have in exchange for things that could potentially be good in the future. Plus, there's way too many couples that have gone into threesomes thinking that it's what they wanted and come out of it broken-hearted and unable to get past it. She probably wouldn't sleep with the other person either, so we'd both be broke. Laughing my butt off, same. Faithful and broke. My crowd. Is that before or after tax? No problem. We both had sex with a lot of other people before. Having sex for 20 million to improve both of our lives is the obvious right choice. Me, a virgin, we what now? Bro, just pay any of us 20 million. Problem solved. Right. I'm not gay, but I'll do what needs to be done for 20 million. Let it happen. He doesn't love me anyways. Then I'll be rich and free. This made me sad. I hope you're okay, friend. You deserve to be rich and free. Thank you. You shoulda told me before, not after. Anyway, where do we want that beach house? Fine, I'll bite. I don't know, I always liked monogamous sex, and it felt special when my ex and I were together. I feel like the money wouldn't be worth it. Like I'd rather be in my current financial situation and just be happy with someone than compromise morals for money. I know my feelings would be hurt, lol. If that makes me a pussy, then I guess I am. It's not all about money. It genuinely surprises me the amount of people here that would choose money over their foundations of a relationship. That's what I mean, right? Like I enjoy just being committed to one person, and it makes the intimacy you share in my opinion special. Money is just material. Throw in a little extra. He conduct me too. Heck, he conduct me too as a courtesy. He paid my boyfriend 20 million for a roll in the hay. I'm happy to show my thanks. 20 million and we splitting it. I'd be bringing them water and snacks and shit while they duck in. Anything else you guys need? No. Okay, I'll be downstairs, let me know if you need anything. I'd be cheering the dude on as he's clapping my girl's cheeks into oblivion. And once I get that 10 million I'm out. Can't be dating no duckin' cheater. Clapping my girl's cheeks into oblivion. There was this podcast with a MMA fighter that is in an open relationship. He said something to the effect of, well, if someone's ducking my wife I don't want them to be ducking her. Poorly really made me think. She's bringing in 20 million. She should at least enjoy herself. What kind of sadist would want her to not enjoy it? Oh, I'm all for my hypothetical wife giving me 10 mother-in-law. But I don't think the MMA dude's wife was as monetarily gifted. Of course Reddit will say yes. I would be upset that they hadn't told me about it first. If they told me first, I would feel better about trusting them to make their own decision to do that. The money would just be an added bonus. The fact they told me afterward would make me wonder if they had been sleeping with other people all along and only told me about this one because they had no way to hide that much money from me. I'm not a cuck. But 10 million is 10 million. If she ducks someone else for fun, you're a cuck. But if she ducks someone else for money and then gives you your cut, then you're a pimp. Some things are more important than money. Absolutely. I'd rather be poor and in a committed, faithful, loving relationship. No matter how much money it was, I'd never be able to look at myself the same way again. I'm now a single millionaire. Holy shit, y'all have some red flag standards for ducking real. Break up. Surprised this is actually so far down. I don't necessarily have a problem with the indecent proposal when it's that amount of money. More that she wouldn't tell me until after. I get the impression from the prompt that she doesn't have the chance to tell you first. That is, she has to decide on the spot whether to accept the deal. Yeah. I was imagining Elon Musk came into the office with a briefcase full of cash and said, "Drop your trousers, William. This is either happening right now or not at all." I'd be extremely upset. He would know I don't care about money, and no amount of money would make cheating forgivable for me. Let me add, since people can't take into account that some people have trauma from past relationships, my so has sat there and listened to me as I tell him about my fears about relationships and being with him. He knows how much trust means to me. He knows how badly it messed me up and how worthless I felt when a man I was with at 17 cheated on me constantly and broke me and made me feel ugly and worthless. If the man I'm with now did this to me, it would be the biggest betrayal he could do, and it would hurt way more than if he just left me. Love you. I love you too. Random citizen. Ducking Metroman. I'm so glad someone got the reference, lol. Break up with her. What if 20 million is Zimbabwean dollar? In that case, you got ducked twice. Honestly, I don't think he would, but if he did, I'd be pretty excited. Like, it seems like the logical choice to make. $20 million. Yes, sleep with that person, as long as you'll use protection. I'm in an open polyamorous relationship, so I'd be getting 10 million for something I'm already doing. I feel like it's a younger person asking this question, because I'm over here thinking about tax ramifications, not the money. Okay, this response may not be popular, and it may be karma suicide, but I feel some weird need to reply. Perhaps I'm too impressed with my son's strength and compassion for others, or too blown away by my daughter's ambition and independence, but I can't believe my wife and I created them. My wife and I have been together since high school. We both grew up poor with traumatic childhoods. Those challenges drove us to do better for our kids. With a lot of hard work and a little bit of luck, we accumulated a net worth in excess of the amount mentioned, and a wonderful life for ourselves and our children. No amount of money would be worth destroying our fairy tale ending. In fact, I would sacrifice every penny that we've ever earned and the very air I breathe to protect it.